Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snap Take. This is Glazer of Snap Judgments. Today, we've got four great decks for you. We've got two decks with the new cards, Iron Patriot and Victoria Hen, and a review of each of those cards. After one day, I did a 5-hour stream playing the cards to get a good feel for them so that I can give you the first impression possible. We're going to add that to our general outlook because we always cover the cards very thoroughly. We'll go over more of that later. We also have two decks for you for those of you who did not get those new cards yet. We have a giveaway. We have two bundles that we're going to review and two huge Marvel Snap PSAs. But we're going to kick this video off by talking about Roram's Ice Cream. Roram is a top player in Marvel Snap. He finished high on the Infinite Leaderboard last season. He's under the name Pixel Guy, if you would like to check him out. And he played this Scream 2099 list, Scream and Doom 2099 being a combination to a Infinite Border. And this is, although it doesn't look like it, a deck that is really easy to get into in a budget manner. Scream, we talk about all the time on the channel, is one of the best cards in Marvel Snap. It's one of the most versatile cards in Marvel Snap. It often lets you get into decks on a very cheap level as far as Series 4 and 5 cards go. Doom 2099 works much the same way. He's an extremely powerful card where as long as you have Dr. Doom proper, you can just sort of stick him into a lower series deck and still be able to compete. Well, one of the problems with card games and this type of card is you need to draw them. If you're running both Scream and Doom, you're fairly likely to draw one, which gives you a really powerful game plan for Marvel Snap. All right, so you can find Roram streaming at twitch.tv/RoramPlays. You need exactly two cards for this version of the list, Scream and Doom 2099. If you have Scream and not Doom, please check yesterday's video where we did a big discussion about Scream, and then have a list that was able to win an Infinite Border that's really great in budget that runs just Scream and not Doom. Rocket and Groot are great here, but they're not needed. If you're missing them, you go with Stegron. You can also go with Miles Morales if you're so inclined. Red Guardian's replacement is usually Rogue. I say this all the time. Rogue is worse right now, but it is the only reasonable proxy. I'm really hoping that Red Guardian series drops, not because I don't think he's powerful, but because I think that one of the ways that lower series players can compete with higher series is having access to a bunch of tech cards. And Red Guardian is the only, I believe, high series tech card off the top of my head. Nebula and Hydra Bob are fine here, but they're not terribly important. Kingpin, Zabu, Iceman are all fine replacements. All right, so again, this is one more border winner before we get to the new cards. Nebula here can be Hydra Bob. Scream can be Kraven. Sorry, Nebula here can be, excuse me. Nebula on turn 1, you'd rather play over Hydra Bob. Turn 2, you want Scream over anything. Scream over Kraven. Kraven is, however, much stronger than he appears at first glance. He is a very powerful card. Turn 3, you want Polaris or Spidey, or Rocket and Groot. If you played Scream, you want Polaris or Spidey. If you played Kraven, you want Rocket and Groot, and you go from there. Turn 4, you want Doom 2099 if possible. If not, you'll play a 3. You will also happily play Scream anywhere along these turns. Turn 5, you want Arrow or 3 and a 2. If you play Doom, just play the 3, skip the 2, play Rocket and Groot or Red Guardian. Don't play two cards, that would turn off your Doom. And then turn 6 is either Magneto or Dr. Doom proper. Either one is totally fine. You're going to have to read the board in order to see what's up. Generally speaking, if you have 2099, you want Doom. If you have Scream, you want Magneto, but there's some caveats there that can apply. There's also one card that you can run as a big surprise card in place of Magneto. You can run Heimdall. Heimdall is not very good with Scream as a finisher, but if you've piled a bunch of cards on a Kraven, and that Kraven's already 6 to 8 power, moving it will give you like a 14 power Kraven, and it suddenly becomes a shocking lane winner. So if that's something to consider as a way to get extra cubes. We're going to talk about the best Iron Patriot deck from the game's best player momentarily. One last look at this Roram list, which I think is an excellent Marvel Snap list that you should be able to compete at the highest levels with. And if you're interested in competing at the highest levels of Marvel Snap, please hit that sub button as we try to hit 25,000 subs for 2025. We give you more Marvel Snap videos than anyone. We review every bundle. We cover every card in great detail. We give you at least 3 brand new decks every single day. We have shorts that have card reviews and bundle reviews. We do live streams. Everything you want for your Marvel Snap journey is right here. Hit that sub button if you find value. You don't even have to leave the video. At the bottom right of your screen, you should be able to see a little YouTube button. If you click that, you're subbed. So please hit that sub button. It would mean a lot to us. In addition, we are giving away 5 of Iron Patriot this week. We're going to talk about that card momentarily, but all you have to do is sub. like, and then later this video, I'm going to ask a question. You answer that question. Your answer to it enters you to win Iron Patriot. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, our season pass card for January is Iron Patriot. If you missed it, he's a 2/3. On reveal, add a random 4, 5, or 6 cost to your hand. If you're winning here after next turn, give it -4 cost. My impression for Iron Patriot is that he is completely broken. I think Galacta is arguably the best card in the game, but Galacta was healthy. I think Iron Patriot is probably too good. He turns so many games into a question of whether you're able to get him to trigger or not that it's absolutely absurd. He is absurdly, absurdly strong. I think he is fundamentally immediately going to be the best 2-drop in Marvel Snap. We'll see what top players think. We'll see what the stats say. But I think Iron Patriot is a must-have, utterly, utterly broken card. And I'm not like being facetious. I'm not like in any way trying to be hyperbolic. Iron Patriot is absolutely insane. This is one of the best cards in Marvel Snap. I think this probably is going to be the best card in Marvel Snap in a quite unhealthy way. It's also not a card that's really easy to nerf, so good luck. This is just going to be strong. One more thing to say. Token Tuesday this week is insane value. Token Tuesday is every Tuesday they release tokens for a certain amount of gold, and usually that's a good value. This week, for whatever reason, it's an incredible value. So if you have use for tokens, if you're looking to buy a card and you have the gold, or you can get the gold, and we'll talk about some bundle reviews later, you should absolutely get this Token Tuesday. Clear? Everyone good? Get the Token Tuesday. It's amazing value. It seems like they're trying to make card acquisition cheaper for players. They've been doing better bundles. They've been doing better gold bundles. They're doing things like Token Tuesday. So this is a major plus, and take advantage of it while it's here. Go get that Token Tuesday. Iron Patriot is amazing. And the deck that I had the most success with, the deck that I felt was the best, was Sizer's Iron Patriot. He had a 75% win rate with this. If you're not familiar with who Sizer is, he was the #1 player on the Infinite Leaderboard last season. He was the #1 player 4 times in 12 months. And then he was #2 3 other times. He's probably the best ladder player in Marvel Snap. This is the deck he started with. This deck is utterly insane. It is absurdly strong right now, in that your opponents just aren't running the things that really counter it, right? There's not a lot of Luke in the meta, and then you just sort of take advantage of everything your opponents are doing because you have so freaking much power. My one big loss with this list was my opponent copycatted my Luke. I mean, come on. This is an incredibly strong list. You're not going to draw perfectly every game. It's Marvel Snap. But when you do, when you draw well and you have a lot of outs, this is, I think, the best deck from the best player. You can find Sizer streaming every day at twitch.tv/Sizer2654. He streams late afternoons Eastern time zone. He lives in Vienna, so he streams late afternoons Eastern time zone, often until 7 or 8 p.m. in the Eastern time zone of the United States, where I'm from. This deck needs Ajax, US Agent, Man-Thing, and Anti-Venom. Ajax is coming in a cash bundle later this month if you want to save up, and Anti-Venom is coming in a gold bundle next month. So if you can't get to this list, the link to the deck is in the description to the video. Grab it and save it. You're going to want this one. Zabu and Hydra Bob are fine but not important. They can be Psylocke or Iceman. Iron Patriot is insane. This list existed without Iron Patriot. It is significantly better with Iron Patriot. I think it takes it from an also ran to the best deck right now. But Iron Patriot can be Valentina, Cable, or Mirage. You lose some power, but you'll be fine. Red Guardian can be Rogue, but I would actually replace Red Guardian here with Negasonic to try and snipe things. And Malekith can be Shang-Chi. This deck went 32-16, 75% day 1 for the card. That does include bots, so this is going to be slightly worse than it looks. But if you're not infinite yet, guess what? You're going to see some bots over the next couple days. You should be playing this list. Turn 1, you want Zabu over Hydra Bob. Turn 2, Iron Patriot is better than a 1, is better than US Agent. Turn 3, Juggernaut, if Iron Patriot is better than a 4, is better than Luke. Yes, you will Juggernaut over Anti-Venom, Malekith, or Man-Thing if you do have that Iron Patriot. Although Man-Thing does offer some power to it. Then turn 4 will be Anti-Venom over Malekith over Man-Thing. Anti-Venom is incredible, particularly with Luke, but just in general. Malekith makes you more likely to see your stuff, so look at your hand when you're deciding whether to Anti-Venom or Malekith. Sometimes you're going to want one over the other based on what's in your hand. If you're digging for Ajax, Malekith is often better. It fundamentally draws a card. And Man-Thing is usually a play on turn 6 because it just swings lanes so wildly. It's very, very, very easy for Man-Thing to play as a 4/13. Ajax or a 3+2 is your turn 5 play, and generally speaking, you want Hazmat or US Agent to be that too. And then Ajax and Bob, or combo off cards like Man-Thing and US Agent or Man-Thing and Hazmat, and that's how you end the game. Sometimes you want to play Malekith at the end of the game because one of the last couple cards in your deck will be Luke Cage or Hazmat, and you'll need to be able to do that to dig 2. Cool. That's this list. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say. This list is absolutely incredible, and I think if you can get to it, you should play. Victoria Hand is the new Spotlight Cash card. She is a 2/3 ongoing. Your cards that were created in your hand have +2 power. We have a whole process we go through to review cards. First, we preview the card at the beginning of the season. Then, the day the card comes out, we give you what we think our best decks are and our initial hopes for it, our preview of it, what we expect from it. What we're going to do each new card day is we're going to do an evening stream, usually at about 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to stream for, hopefully, I don't think, unless it's the beginning of the season, we're going to do 5-hour streams, but we're going to stream for a couple hours, make sure we get a good feel and impression of that new card for you. So that's what we did for Victoria Hand. Then Thursday's video, that's tomorrow's video for depending when you're watching, we ask a bunch of top players, people that live at the top of the Infinite Leaderboard who really understand the game and playing it at the highest levels, what they think of the card. And then we share that with you in that Thursday video. Friday, I give you a weekend review. That weekend review is saying, well, you might want to get tokens from this card from weekend missions. What do I think? What are my impressions at this point based on the data, my own experiences, and these top players? Then either Sunday or Monday, we do a last chance review, which is to say, should you get this card? If now we have all this information, we've waited a week, should you get this card? We've got players that just follow my recommendations on these that are fundamentally that what they call themselves is metagame complete. They have all the things they need for the metagame. We are almost always right by the end of the week because we do this so thoroughly. However, Victoria Hand's going to be a little different. You should almost certainly, 1, never open unless you have 4 keys, please. But 2, if you are opening for Victoria Hand and you can wait, weekend missions are usually 200 tokens. However, the patch that comes out next Tuesday will change the duplicate protection from when you get a duplicate from that 4th spot in the spotlights from 1,000 tokens to 2,000 tokens. That's a lot more than the 200 for weekend missions. If you may want Victoria Hand, and I don't know if I'm going to suggest you should get her or not yet. I think she seems very good, but it's very early and it's very hard to tell this early. I think that once you wait, that once we get to that Tuesday, if you can during the day Tuesday, update that patch as soon as possible, and then open for Victoria Hand. After that, if you hit duplicate on your way, you're going to get 2,000 tokens as a reward for it. If you don't, you lost 200, but wagering 200 for an extra 1,000 tokens does seem like a really good deal to me, especially if you need more than one card, so you might be opening for Kate Bishop also. Kate Bishop is phenomenal. Cool. Again, I think Victoria Hand is very good, but I think if you have 4 keys and are planning to open for her, you are probably, and you can figure out the time, you are probably best waiting for the patch, updating the patch, and then opening for her and potentially getting 1,000 extra tokens in the process. All right, new Butt. Yeah, I said it. This is a Butt deck. Butt is a 2-time Snap Champions League winner. He's one of the very best players in Marvel Snap. He's been near the top of the Infinite Leaderboard forever. He's a brilliant player. He messaged me because we play each other all the time now that I'm near the top of the Infinite Leaderboard. He's like, it's really nice to play you. Like, my friend, it is not nice to play you. He kicks my butt. Genuinely great person and phenomenal Marvel Snap player. Came up with this deck that is just sick. Okay, so a big problem I was having with various Victoria Hand decks is you need to find time to play all the cards you're generating. This isn't Devil Dinosaur, and Devil Dinosaur is working in one shell. We'll cover that tomorrow with Victoria Hand. This isn't Devil Dinosaur necessarily, right? You want to play those cards because you're getting +2 power each on them, which really, really does make a difference. That Mirage card is now getting +4 power, right? The Valentine card doesn't have any negative. You don't even have to run Luke. The arrows are 5 freaking power. That's insane. There's a ton to like about this as far as that goes. Well, how do you get the energy to play out these extra cards? There are 2 cards that enable this, Quinjet and Wiccan, and that's what this list wants to do. It wants to say, I've got Quinjet, so any card I generate costs 1 less. except for the Kate arrows. And we've got Wiccan, so I've got 2 extra energy to play all these cards. Works great, absolutely incredible. But Iron Patriot's here? Yeah, Iron Patriot's going to go in every freaking deck from now on. Do you need Iron Patriot for this? No, I don't generally think so. I think you can play this pretty well without Iron Patriot, but Iron Patriot is so strong that just like if he can go in a deck, he probably should. Also worth noting, sorry, Quinjet into Valentina card does set up your Wiccan. Quinjet into Iron Patriot, and if that Iron Patriot gives you a 4, the Quinjet's already going to make it 3. So even without that discount, you can now do your Wiccan game plan. I was hitting Wiccan more than I ever have before in my life with this list. All right, so this list needs Victoria Hand, Wiccan, and Kate Bishop. Iron Patriot can be Mystique or Frigga. I'm partial to Frigga with Victoria Hand. I think it is working really well. Mystique, I'm not against here, but I don't like running Mystique when there's only really one target. Iron Patriot would be the only target. I think Mystique is better in the Dino versions. Valentina can be a Sentinel, Legion can be Claw, and Goliath can be Gore or Red Hulk. Straight up simple, right? We get it? This is super duper straightforward. We should understand what and how to do this. You're just trying to run generator cards. Iron Patriot is too strong to avoid. Turn 1, you want Quinjet over Quicksilver. Turn 2, you want Iron Patriot or Kate if you need a 3. Valentina and Mirage are totally fine, but Iron Patriot and Kate are your general go-tos. Be careful with your Kate if you're going to play Coulson, though, because that can clog your hand. So you might want to go Valentina or Mirage to get 1 card instead of 2 if you're going to play Agent Coulson on 3. Turn 3, if you've got Iron Patriot, you Juggernaut because, I mean, you very often just win that way. If not, you're going to play Agent Coulson and be fine. Turn 4, Wiccan over 3 or generated cards, or you can play Iron Patriot into 2. Because you can be winning at the end of turn 5 with Legion, generated cards, Juggernaut, whatever the case may be. Acid Arrow is particularly good at winning an Iron Patriot lane. As you know, your opponent's very likely to play there. Acid Arrow leaves them very little space left to maneuver. Turn 6 is Goliath or other generated cards. If you've got a handful of generated cards and what's the name of that card? And Victoria Hen, sorry, wrong V. And Victoria Hen, then you may want to play them. They can be just a ton of power. Let's say you've got a nice cheap card for Mirage with +4, right? A couple of arrows that stay on your side of the board at +2 each. It's very often better to just drop a bunch of those at the end of the game because there's so much power to that. All right, we're going to finish up with an Infinity Border deck, an Infinity Border winning deck, and then we're going to do some bundle reviews instead of questions of the day because I streamed for too long and it is absurdly late at night for me. This is the new butt, so you know sometimes you just got to get a butt lift, and that's what this deck got from Iron Patriot and Victoria Hand. I know, I'm sorry, please don't unsub. All right, I stream as well on Twitch. We do giveaways here on the YouTube during the full videos, but on Twitch our giveaways are on streams. Our giveaways only really happen on Twitch. So we gave away a season pass yesterday. Anytime we hit 100 on average on Twitch, we're going to try and do a giveaway, whether it be a gold pass, a season pass, something along those lines. So please make sure you check it out. We will be streaming today. Hopefully it's still time for you to watch it at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So about 3:30 p.m. Eastern, expect us to go live on Twitch, maybe YouTube also, but definitely Twitch. Our season pass question, so you can win a season pass on the YouTube, is what are your impressions before the pros tomorrow for Victoria Hand and Iron Patriot? What do you think of the new cards, friends? If you'd like to check out a stream once more, it's there on your screen. All right, Proc City is Stefan and Spac3's deck. So I competed at a very high level. I got up to rank 44 last season with a deck that looks similar to this, but ran Angela and Thena. Well, Stefan and Spac3 both won Infinity Borders with this deck that does not run Thena, and I know Thena is a Series 5 card, so a lot of people don't have it. Meanwhile, Elsa is a Series 5 card that they just gave everyone for free. So I'm hopeful that more people will be able to get into this deck. So this deck needs Hope, Galacta, and Iron Lad. Those are the Iron Lad, Hope, Galacta, and Gwenpool. Could Gwenpool? No, I don't think Gwenpool could be Iron Lad. You can try Gwenpool for Iron Lad. I don't think that's a really good idea. But look, if you want to try it, feel free. Hope, Galacta, and Gwenpool are needed. Hydra Bob can be Zebu or Angela. Penny or Jeff can be Kate Bishop, Iron Lad, Cable, Mirage, Angela. Copycat can be Negasonic, and you should have Elsa. They literally gave her to us last week. If you don't have Elsa and you're watching this video, I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully you logged in enough. All right, so both players won borders with this. I want to try this. I might tweak it a little bit, but I really want to try this list. So turn 1, you want Bob over Nightcrawler or Kitty. Turn 2 is Penny over Jeff. Turn 3, Hope over Elsa. Turn 4, Galacta or Gwenpool. Better than Elsa into 1. And if you played Hope, you play Galacta, generally speaking, off Hope, and then you play a bunch of stuff on Hope, including getting the buff from Galacta. Turn 5, Galacta or Gwenpool +1. And now if you play it on Hope a reasonable amount, you should be able to Captain Marvel and Juggernaut, which is really your goal. But if you have to Captain Marvel in 2 or Juggernaut in 3, you should be fine. Cool. Don't be afraid to fill lanes here. As long as you have movers, you're filling lanes with Elsa. You should be able to get turned into about a 3/8 to 3/10, which is, again, just a lot of power. Really, really powerful, interesting card. That's this list. Props to Stefan and Space. We've got another Space deck, but it runs Wiccan and Anti-Venom, and we just covered a Wiccan different Wiccan and different Anti-Venom deck today, and I'm trying not to like overdo it with the exact same cards in every video, right? So like I'm trying to like say one deck with Wiccan, one deck with Anti-Venom, one deck that's built around this card or that card, or so on and so forth. Hopefully you bought Galacta though. Galacta I think is the best and fairest season pass card in ages. And I think, again, Iron Patriot goes a bridge too far. If you'd like to see gameplay outside of me, please check out the stream team. Today is Wednesday, so late at night, GamingwithFlashX from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern will be streaming. Please go check him out. He is one of the best Marvel Snap streamers. Questions of the day? No, we're not doing that today because it is absurdly late at night and I got things to do. So Nico is in a bundle. It's called Witching Hour. This bundle comes with 3,000 collector's tokens, 3,000 credits, and 6,000 gold for $100. And like that seems like it's really great. And it's really great if you don't own Nico. At 177.4% progress value, this is not a bundle I recommend. This is an average bundle. Feel free to, please do, just skip this bundle with one big caveat. If you don't own Nico and you want to play either the Havoc deck that we featured several times on the channel, Bounce, or Destroy, or I guess Phoenix Force, then you're going to need Nico. You're going to want Nico. At that point, this becomes an amazing value bundle. Yes? Or if you want that gold to buy another upcoming gold bundle that's then going to get you a Series 5 card, this suddenly becomes worthwhile. Outside of that, I do not urge you to get this bundle. If you own Nico, or if you don't own Nico and don't have any interest in the decks that she goes in, please, skip it. But if you want Nico and you're going to play those decks, then this is going to be amazing, amazing value. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. We also have the Cosmic Charmer bundle. The Cosmic Charmer bundle is every month they have a month-long bundle. This is the January version. It is always about the same value, about 200% value, which is a good but not great buy. It's just a nice, simple, cheap thing to buy in the game that can help with a little bit of progression. I think this is a good bundle. I always buy this bundle. Do you have to? No, you're not going to miss out if you don't. They never put anything really, really worthwhile in it. But and Mantis is especially not worthwhile. But it is a cool bundle, so if you're interested in just a little bit of extra progression, you're not going to be sad to buy it. We have a Patreon, and we have a tournament kicking off on the Patreon in a few weeks. So check out patreon.com/snapjudgments if you are interested in joining our tournament. The $2 tier gets you access. It's going to kick off January 20th. I'd like to say thank you to a whole lot of people. We're going to start with Abigail Gleason, Meta Turbo Knight, Rick Ellis, David J. Wingfield, Dirty Casual, Danton, Ellie B, FaThorNewman, Good Dog Gamer, Ink Guy, Frostman, Jane Everett, Yellow Potato, Thinking Poker, Prime Brian, Ryan Wood, Ryan Burke, Caretix Lee, Kwaire Kazushi, Archangel 3K, Pyrophus, The Goat Seeker, Hollow, Crypto Joe, Snap Decision, Fat Nick, Mr. Kerfuffle, Gables, Ginger Prime, Philip Bracco, Chaplo, Kenny Loggins with the Jane Joan, The Bez Black Jeebus, Sexor Skippy G, Jessica Gamble, Tommy Nyquist, Kinger Bros, Great Kazoo, Werewolf, Kepsioda, Ludacris, Gorman Junk You, Jim McHugh, Glam, Colonel Forbin, Yes Stout, 8th Sage, Synth, Mods, Pre-Models, Green Goblin, Unibot, Flan 56, Stephen Brown Coffin, Tristan H. Martin, Jason B, Only Fox. Thanks for hanging out, Only Fox. The Fuzzy Lot Specialist, Who, Matt H, DJ Mike Hedging, Snowflake, Oculars, Mr. Craig Sterry, BG, Zodrex, King Canada, Denman Falcon, Jonesy, Two Ties, The Great Lauren Devs, The Parking Tuccrr, and of course, Kenny T with the T stands for. Sorry for rushing through that so fast. It is, again, like crazy late at night right now. My friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you hit that sub button by clicking that stuff right in the middle of the screen. And I'll see you tomorrow with 3 to 5 more decks. It's the beginning of the season. And I got that stream coming, so don't miss out. Don't forget all the tips. See you tomorrow for more Snap Take. Peace.